So let's talk about how we get these files out of the tar.gz file. Let's talk about what it is. What is a tar file? A tar file is a tape archive. It's an archive file. There's no compression. Tar files by themselves, .tar files, which you'll almost never see, are not compressed. So what's the benefit of a tar file? Well, it's a convenient way to group files together. So it's like placing them in a folder, but it's a file. And of course on Unix systems, folders or directories really are files. So a tar file is simply a convenient way of linking together some files, of lumping together some files. But there's no compression. Now, more often than not, and this is the command here, if you just have a tar file, tar and then the options XVF. X is for extract, V is for verbose, and F is for the file type. Now, more often than not, you're going to see a tar.gz file or a .tgz file. And these are tar files that are compressed using gzip compression. So it's a compression scheme. And in fact, it's a very good compression scheme. In order to unpack those, and remember, this is what our file time clock is, you're going to use tar and then the options X, Z, V, F, and then the file name. Now again, with the options there, X is for extract. The Z there stands for the GNU zip or the gzip compression. V is for verbose, so that we can get some output. And F is for the file, which should always come at the end. Okay, you could mix up some of these options, but the F needs to come at the end there, right before the file name. And then you'll sometimes see tar.bz2 files. This is simply a tar file that is compressed using a different compression scheme. In this case, it will be the bzip2 compression scheme. The only difference here is that instead of using a Z, you would use a J. And again, I want you to understand what's happening here. Okay, you're calling tar, and then you're giving it the options extract, J. Okay, that's going to be because we have a bzip2 file here. We don't use Z, that's for gzip. V for verbose. F coming at the end for the file name and then the name of the file. Remember that if you're not in the path with the file, this is going to assume if you just do file.tar.bz2 or .gz, it's going to assume that file is in your current location. It's not going to be able to find it if it's not. So you can put the full complete path name there if you're not in the file with your folder. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we have a tar.gz file. I'm going to go ahead and stop links. And you can see in here, we have several, well, a couple of tar files. I have a tar.bz2 file and a tar.gz file. Okay, we want to use tar time clock and then hyphen 1.04.tar.gz. Okay, that's our file name there. The options we're going to use are going to be X for extract. It's going to be V for verbose, Z for the GNU zip or the gzip compression, and then the F coming at the end. So you can see what we have here, sudo tar, options XVZF, time clock 1.04.tar.gz. We're going to go ahead and do that, and you can see everything that was taken out there. If we use the ls command, then we can now see that we have a new folder in here. Here's our new folder, time clock 1.04, so a new folder in there that we can change into. And we can see our files here. So our files have now been successfully unzipped. We need to move them to our var folder, and so we'll do that on the next video.